afternoon, everybody. Hello. Hiya. It's Final Fantasy time. Everybody's doing well. Ah! Uncalled for. Uncalled for! How dare you? How's your day going, Rodent? Been up to much? Made chili, but it turned out a bit dry. Ah, you put like some... You could probably have like a... Need to add more tomato sauce next time. Ah, fair enough. You could put it in like a burrito, and then you could put like some sauce in the burrito. Wow! Here we are. Do you have tortillas? There you go. There you go. Make some burritos. Make some rice. Have the chili with the rice. Put some sauce. Make burritos. There you go. There's the strat. That's the strat. I made the chili in the rice cooker. Well, then clean it, I guess. I don't know. Never make chili in a rice cooker. Clue's in the name. It's now a chili cooker. It'll keep. If not supposed to slow cook in rice cooker, then why is there a slow cooker setting? What rice cooker do you have? My rice cooker has on and off. It doesn't have a slow cooker setting. I own a slow cooker. I would cook the chili in the slow cooker and cook the rice in the rice cooker. You got a fancy ass rice cooker. Exa! Gods, it's good to see you. I hope your being here means you've had your fill of rest. Sure. Tiger brand rice cooker, which is an Asian entry brand rice cooker. Oh, fair enough. I believe mine's a German brand. You've certainly earned it. Not much has happened since your last visit. I had planned for you to meet that helper I told you, but he refuses to answer his link pearl. I do hope he's alright. Oh no. We've been exchanging messages with the Eorzean Alliance throughout, though. They say that fighting has finally stopped in the... Kimilstark? It's been a long time since I've seen these names. The Empire's shown no sign of movement, which means we might have a moment to ourselves for a change. Seeing as you're back, maybe you could tell me more about your time in the First? Great! Oh, and don't mind, I'd like to ask, again, I haven't said this person's name in forever, to join us. She'll want to know what happened to Minfilia. I think it's best she hears it from you. We'll meet you on the terrace in the House of Splendors. Remind me where that is again? Okay. Stinky squeak. Oh god, they've been eating chili. Ah. 3 kinds of beans? Oh my god. Me and the boys at 6 AM looking for beans. Exa, Maya, it's been too long. Tataru did mention I would be joining you, did she not? Yes. Thank you. Words cannot express how long how I have longed to know more of the first. This woman, Philia, has sacrificed so much to save. About to be starting the beauty of Endwalker. Not quite. I've got to do post Shadowbringers. I got to do the between times patches. I accidentally clicked then and didn't read the dialogue. Gonna do the raids? Probably not. So Mephilia chose to pass on her gifts to the next oracle. This girl who Thancred named Rin. To have such a burden thrust upon her as a child, only to embrace it when given the choice. In that respect, they are quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed in capable hands, but near automata gear. Let me rephrase. I'm not going to stream it. If I go do raids, I will do that in my own time with my friends in our free company. I probably won't stream that. If I want to go do that. In that respect, they are quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed in capable hands. Exa, might I ask a favour of you when you return to the First? Tell Rin what I cannot. Tell her thank you. Aww. I'd offer thanks to you as well for staying with her to the end. Begging your pardon, could I have a word? Hello? Riol, I thought you were here to tell me you'd received word from our helper. I wish, nay, I've not had a peep out of him, and it's been a good while now too. Too bloody long. On account of which, I'm going to sneak over the border and see if I can't get a signal to him from closer up. What if they catch you? There must be another way. Well, it ain't as if I can ask Thancred to do it. Besides, I should have no trouble picking my way through the now that fighting's died down. God knows there's enough shadows to hide in. And it beats waiting around here twiddling me thumbs. Any road, I just thought I'd let you know. Now it best be... Ah, I nearly forgot. Kral's at the stones, and she's wants a word. Something to do with the patients, and she was getting ready to examine him again when I left. Oh, our friend's going to be coming back. We'd best head back. I'm sure it's important. Shame about Kral. Kral. I love her. She's like, what does that mean? Lalas are great. How dare you? Super stoked for a new Pictomancer job. Hell yes, I'm going to be grabbing that. Just like I have every job. Ah! Thanks, Hope. Ah. Maybe I can paint Kral or something other than a Lala. Ah, don't be mean! How dare you? How dare you? I've picked up every class except Sage. As you can see, I haven't really played them, but I picked them all up. Is my gear not synced? Decided to hop on and get my FF fixed vicariously. Fair enough. Are you joining us for the game tonight, Pirate? I thought you were on holiday, or are you going to be playing while you're away? It bothers me really badly that Sage has lower DPS than White Mage. They're healing classes, so I feel like you shouldn't really be judging them by their DPS, but that's just me. But also I don't play healers, so I ain't gonna judge. Healers are supposed to be DPSing. It's the strongest form of healing. I know that healers are meant to DPS, but you know, I am aware they are meant to do DPS, but it's one of those things where I'm like, yes, they should do it, but I probably wouldn't care as much over which which has the highest DPS. Because that's not their role. They're a healer, not a DPS. Always be casting. Yes, always be casting. Your goal isn't to heal people, your goal is to stop the party from dying. And yes, there's a difference! So if you're still examining them, oh, I hope it's nothing bad. Who's DPS counting in this economy? Yep. Did you guys see Jesse's short on that? I related to that short so much.
You're here. Good.
Ooh, we have dialogue. Hi, friend.
So, how are they?
Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health. For the present, at least.
For the present?
Hmm.
Oh no, is something wrong with them?
I'm afraid there may be. I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time. Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
Uh-oh, not good. Parrot called you an ocean. Well, I am blue.
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
I cannot say for certain. This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good.
We're like a sky blue, this is true.
Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured, Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening. Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies.
Leave it to me.
Thank you.
But where's she even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
Thanks, Core.
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct?
Yeah.
Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along.
Love him.
His plan might well have worked, but I for one am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch.
What if we ask the one on our side to summon them back?
Pray return to the first and apprise him and the others of the situation.
I don't know anything about magic. Yeah.
We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
Right, where's the entrance? That doesn't help. I just have to port there, don't I? Shwoop. I'm back. Famously good at summoning correctly. Well, he did it once. Oh yes, there's so many quests here for me to get now. So much stuff for me to not do. My man had 100 years of practice and still got it wrong 4 times. Hello, friend. You returned. I hope your time in the source was suitably restful. But of course it wasn't. Go on. That corporeal aether shows signs of instability. By the gods, the possibility had never occurred to me. If you had returned in the hope that my research had yielded a solution, I fear you will be sorely disappointed. It is a bit of mercy we have the likes of Mistress Kryl and Master Matoya to help keep our friends' bodies safe while we wrestle with the problem. We cannot forestall the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told. Finding the X's in Eden, right. Hi, everybody. I don't think I have actually said it. I fucking love the floor in this room. I mean, this whole room is aesthetic, but the floor especially. Hiyo!
Pray excuse my late arrival.
We've come to baffle us again.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
They're having a holiday together!
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed. I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryl's findings.
Don't mind me, I was just having a cough. I want to show off my mostly furnished apartment when you and Min go take a look. Oh, at the Free Company house.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Should have told me before I left the source.
Yet our souls seem unaffected, to my eye at least. How long they will remain so is another question. Kryl is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration. Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the first.
The way I correctly summoned you. Mm-hmm.
It works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed. Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state. I would not soon throw my life away. Not after the lengths you and yours went to save it. And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home. But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
Flick.
What was that for?
Love it.
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless she says so.
I'm going to ascend.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
Stop. What?
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion? Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success. I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of her body and soul, but her personal effects besides. This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us her possessions, she could carry our souls back to
What?
the source upon her person?
This is some can I put the kobold in the bag of holding nonsense, you know?
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change. But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on her part and we'd be left floating in the rift.
God. Oh my god. At what point is a person an object?
Requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend.
Some pretty metagaming over here.
Yet were we to immure our souls within an object in her possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured.
My god. Cobalt in a bag of holding sounds fun. I volunteer as tribute. You do know there's no air in a bag of holding, right?
It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease.
This sounds dangerous!
We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back onto our vacant bodies.
I'll hold my breath. What's your con mod? What's your constitution modifier? 1 minute plus your con mod? Isn't that the ruling for how long you can hold your breath? Boost Upper Squad, I have great news for tonight's session is gonna start. Great. Robots don't need to breathe, it's fine.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us. On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves. It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after.
Numo!
Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrand is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves...
Suddenly I'm online,
They'd be willing to lend us one.
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Fae folk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience. They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
Tried to make it lived in. Ooh. I will have to go look. I might have to look like more towards the end of the stream, maybe. Ooh, Crystarian weapons. The Grand Cosmos, that is, the palace we seek, stands in the opposite shore of the source. I will arrange a boat to carry us there. Whilst thou journeyest thither, I think it best that I devote mine energies to the creation of White Aurosite, by thy leave, of course. Process requireth no small amount of time, and should the Pneumo consent to lend us their aid, we need to have a suitable vessel ere long. Agreed, then I would ask the rest of you to meet me in Sullen, and do be prepared for a warm reception. So our plan is to make a Pokeball. Our plan is to Pokeball ourselves over the dimensions. Cool. Cool. I guess we'll just go.
Oh, hi!
Oh, hello! She's manifested all of a sudden.
Yes, for no reason.
For no reason at all.
No, I love this dungeon. This dungeon rules. I actually logged in because I was watching you play it and I was like, man, I really just want to play FF. And then
FF hype.
Everyone started talking about Grand Cosmos and I was like, oh, right!
Right!
Love this dungeon.
I apparently still cannot fly in this zone.
Oh my god, do you want to lift?
What have I not done in this zone? I'm guessing it's a quest.
Yeah, it would be... where are you? You're in Lakeland.
I'm by Lakeland.
You are at Fort Job?
No, I'm at the entrance to the Crystarian.
I'll pick you up on the way this time.
I'm at the entrance to the Crystarian. I know it's Fort Job, but thank you, Burnley Mulligan, for just making it Fort Job.
Job?
Fort Job!
I was working out where you were based on the stream, and the stream has presented me with an advertisement.
I'm at the entrance to the Crystarian. I'm at the zone. I'm at the zone change. The entrance. Yeah, there is a quest in this area that I have not done. Hello! You got that thing you wanted.
Yay! Healing from the war. At last. Which you are just getting to, I believe.
Yes. I have no idea what was going to start, which is why I titled the stream that, because I was like, there's something about a war going on at some point that we're going to address.
Yeah, the war capitalized that consumed all of us at the end of Shadowbringers. You will not have access to because it requires some work. But it is the same war, just a different part of it. I'm entirely going by memory of where you need to go for this quest. I think it's over here.
Yes, you're heading in the right direction. See if you can find a boat.
Or see if I can see on the map where the dungeon entrance is. Dismounts music. It's Final Fantasy 15. It's great music.
Yeah. There we go.
I just drive into Alisay.
Yep, you just drove into all of them.
I'm sorry, my children! My beautiful kids.
As I told you before, I had scarcely set foot in the palace grounds when I had set on my post familiars. I expect our reception day will be no different, which is why I propose we march to the main gate, weapons drawn. I'm sorry, but are we not here to petition for assistance? You can't honestly think barging and looking for a fight is going to persuade them. Actually, I believe the Exarch may have the right of it. They have no doubt poured a great deal of time and energy into their creations. Were I them, I would be most interested to meet with those who could overcome my defences. As with any true seeker of knowledge, and there is little we can say or do to convince them to help us if we know nothing of their character, nor less why they chose to hide themselves away from the world. Hi, Rosa! Do you want to come do Dungo? If you have it unlocked, I guess is the first thing I should say.
If you're awake and also in a good shape and feel like it, and also if you have unlocked.
If it sees their interest, mayhap we can earn ourselves an audience. The mimic of the aw. Weapons drawn it is then. I must say, Exarch, you certainly seem to be enjoying all of this. I mean, he didn't think he would live past this point, you know?
Alice and Graha's beef is so funny. I can hop on, just give me a minute. Yeah!
Let's fucking go!
I should probably check if I'm going to be needed.
Do I? Well, I will not deny that I enjoy the thought of fighting alongside you all rather than pacing about inside the Crystal Tower. Both seem in rather high spirits, if you ask me. Although I'm surprised, your moods invariably improve when X is around. It's
just Alice and Graha having a beef kit fest, and everyone roasting them for loving you so much.
What are you implying?
The girls are fighting!
The girls are fighting!
Presidential alert!
She versed a calamity in the light which seems destined to consume her has been extinguished. It's only natural that we're pleased to see her. I need to open a window. I'm getting warm.
It's fine. We feel normally about her.
Everybody feels so normal about the Warrior of Light. That is what we learn in the end of Shadowbringers.
They like you a normal amount.
It's fine. It's fine. I can relate. I like my friends a normal amount as well.
Yeah.
You have plenty of time to celebrate her good health after we're finished here.
I also just love Alphino, the absolute traitor, pretending that he
also doesn't care. The Grand Cosmos is now accessible.
Yeah. God, I love this Alfie fit so much. I forgot how much I loved it. Yeah.
Oh my god, with the trainers! It's called fashion!
I've been doing the Omega quests, and my cute little Sin Eater outfit was not the vibe. I needed something a bit more modern.
Fair.
Hence this guy.
Looks great, I love it.
Kind of turn towards the camera.
I love this dungeon. I want to live with it. I'm excited with the name like the Grand Cosmos.
I also want to live in this dungeon.
I'm gonna love this as well. I'm going to as well. So we have similar tastes.
This dungeon hits an alarming amount of checkboxes for me.
Yes, let's go. I love that you just have a little man with you.
I was gonna say, please ignore my little gamer. Is
that Goku?
That's Lord Emma, thank you. No, I've been doing the Yoko Watch stuff, and you have to have the minion summoned, so I do.
Ah, I see.
He's the one you need for the Gunbreaker one. I currently have, let me open my spreadsheet.
Oh my god, more spreadsheets!
I have 5 out of the 13 weapons I need, I think.
Damn, nice.
Hey, hello.
Let's go. Yeah, I said earlier about the short that Jesse posted. Did you see? And he was answering that question.
I know he did the purity test.
Yeah, the purity test. I saw that, and watching it, and it made me laugh so much because I kid you not, I was the same. I was just like, have you ever done this? Have you ever done this? It's just, no. And then when it got to the end and it's like, have you ever bought a statue for the emote I literally looked over at my shelf and looked at the Final Fantasy XIV art book I have, which contains a code for the Mini Valga that I have following me around.
I actually spent $500 on a statue just for the emote and then gave the statue away.
What a guy. Legendary.
Was it 500 or 5,000? I can't remember.
No, it's not going to be 5,000. It would be.
It was a lot of money.
It was a lot.
But yeah, that quiz is really funny because I was expecting it to be like a horniness check, but most of it's like, hey, you ever used a DPS mod? Have you ever been a piece of shit to someone because you're using a DPS mod? It's like, no, I have not, and I will continue not to.
Do you have a go at other players because they're not meeting the DPS meter? And I'm sat here going, who the fuck is a DPS meter?
No one. No one is still playing this game. Yeah.
This isn't World of Warcraft. I don't have DPS meters installed.
Who do I look like to you? Shadowbringers, Grand Cosmos, join. I could tank. I have been tanking all day.
Heal if you want. Do what you wanna.
I'm actually in the mood to tank. Although, make sure I don't have my Yoko watch on. Thank you. I'm playing Gunbreaker all day and I'm really enjoying it today.
Fair enough.
In the mood. I was like, what? I was like staring at that message.
You mean Achilles?
My chocobo. Yeah. My sweet boy Achilles.
He's
yes.
a good boy.
He's a very good boy.
Yes.
Actually, his headpiece is still wrong because I had to manually list all the barding I have for my Final Fantasy Collect. I put a little hood on him.
Oh, he's so cute.
There we go. That's cute. God, you got such a pageant bird.
Yeah, I'm a chocobo trainer. He's award-winning, I'll have you know.
I do believe that. I do believe that. A bit more like me. I need to colour my bird. Well, there's someone you have to speak to about that.
Hi, buddy.
And that's Blue.
That's me. It's the one job I have is to wrangle birds.
It takes some attempts.
It does. It takes time. It takes time. And a few runs. Because even when you use the calculator, it never seems to come out correctly.
No. How many tries did it take to get Achilles this color?
I think
like 4.
I think Achilles was 3 or 4. I think Nemo's was the most problematic one because they wanted like inky black.
Oh, but it kept going cert, right?
Yeah, it kept trying to be sooty. Couldn't get it into the right shade. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Mike.
I wondered why I hadn't heard anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah. Achilles is Dalamon red.
I also need to.
Your mic keeps cutting out, bud.
I don't know why.
It's not the end of the world, but
unsurprisingly, Zephyr is sky blue because why wouldn't he be?
Because it's half of your name.
I need to dye my bird blue.
We have to calculate which shade of blue.
What kind?
You know, there is an online calculator for that.
Yeah, that's what I use.
That's the one we use.
Yeah, that's what I use. That's why I said earlier, like even if you use the calculator, sometimes it comes out wrong for some reason.
Yeah, you have to adjust.
Yeah, I've done it a few times for everyone. Because I'm also the gardener. I haven't done any gardening in ages because there wasn't a demand for it once I'd coloured everybody's Everybody's birds. But now we've
I
got new
tried to
members.
get in
Now we've got new members, so we need to do it again.
I started to get into gardening to farm Savnarian onions.
The onions. The blasted onions.
I'm not strong enough.
No, it's an endeavor.
I don't have the will.
It's an endeavor. Yeah, back when I was playing
Achilles
almost every day, I could do
that's-
it. Yeah.
I either want my bird to be midnight blue or royal blue, and I.
For me, it was trying to pair it with the armor that I knew I wanted, because I was going to go for a darker shade of blue originally, but because I knew I wanted this armor, I was like, the lighter blue will look nicer underneath it.
Can I show you the mount I got today, Blue?
Yeah, go on then. Oh my god. What a little guy! Oh my god, it spins. That's so dumb. Why does it tilt to the side like that?
I'm trying to center myself on your camera.
Hi, Growlith.
This is the infamous, well, this is the version 1 of the infamous Jesse Cox mount.
Right.
There is a better version of this which like glows and has a bunch of like attachments and things, which I'm working on. And then the one after that is the one I actually want. But you get this one just for having all the minions, which is piss easy to do. Why is there not a single healer?
I'm surprised that we've had to queue even this long. Though I was half tempted to be just like, well, since we're waiting, maybe I should open up and try and find that quest I apparently haven't done in this zone to unlock my flying.
Yeah, may as well, yeah. I'll give you a lift wherever.
Is it on the map?
Where's my draft chocobo?
Quest I haven't done? Or is it a quest that I've like started and accidentally not finished? None of these are dark blue.
This is my draft chocobo. Her name is Persephone.
They love her.
She is very large. Well, soon my chocobo collection will be complete.
Are you legitimately only missing like one out of the chocobo mounts that you can get?
Yeah, and I think it's the one you think it is.
Yeah. If anything, you need my help to help you get that one.
I sure do. Don't worry, I have a mental point in my mind.
We'll do it one day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Ironically, I might be, if I am a little late to tonight's game, it's because I'm dealing with the IRL version of that. We're actually
your IRL trying to get the chocobo mount.
No, the other.
I know what you meant.
We're gonna go.
So your IRL getting the ceremony chocobo.
Yes.
I technically also need the parade chocobo, which you get from getting 3,000 player comms.
Oh wow, that's just timing. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I have accidentally unmuted your stream. I love this dungeon, and I love the music.
Oh my goodness, look at this guy.
We got a summoner and a scholar. What the fuck is this?
Hi!
Banger.
Turn on my music.
It's probably in Crystarium. Ah.
I don't know if it is. Let me see if I can remember the way around this dungeon. It is this way, great. Okay.
Oh yeah, I have to worry about poetics again, don't I?
Haha, welcome aboard.
To be fair, I'm probably maxed out on poetics because I've not needed to worry about them for a while. Surprisingly, I'm not. God damn.
I want to live here. This is my dream house, for anyone wondering.
Mm-hmm. House, in quotation marks.
Yeah, you know, reasonable family home.
It is so it can hold your 50 dogs and 2 cats.
Yeah.
Definitely reasonable.
All my dogs need room to play.
Yeah.
And couches onto which they can be spoiled. Oh, these fucking brooms.
Brooms!
You too will learn to hate these brooms.
They literally said swish and flick, oh dear.
Yeah, there's a Master Matoya. Classic. I know this music so well, literally just because I have spent so long G-posing in here before.
Yep, I read that.
No, give it a second. This spot is okay, but it's not where you G-pose in here.
Again, I get the name, so I'm waiting. I'm just like,
yeah. You would think.
I want to see so bad.
That guy is still aggro to me. He just, yeah.
He's just choosing not to. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm used to that.
Just so people know, I'm not shirking my responsibilities.
Ha 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 ha.
For whatever reason, I have a constant attraction to creatures in this game that just want to attack me rather than the actual tank.
Oh, okay. You meant that way.
Yeah. They hate me with a passion.
Oops.
There's a dog outside whining.
Oh, puppy.
Oh, baby. Keep an eye on those brooms on the edges. They will make your life a living hell.
Oh, good.
That's fun.
So you'll see these markers on the floor. They're going to put down some junk, and the brooms are going to be like, "Oh, we should go clean that up."
Clean it.
And when they do that, I mean, you'll see. Motherfucker. Dying in this fight is very easy to do.
Stack.
That's that baby. Scatter. I love spooky vibes. Same. Oh, I do have that cooldown for this. Oh, good thing I did too. Scatter. Then beware broom. Motherfucker! The problem that I and everyone else has with the brooms is that the radius on them is so unclear. You think you're a mile out of the way, and yet you are not. Stack.
Is it also increases?
I don't know.
I'm
Scatter.
pretty sure it was a smaller radius the last time.
Hmm.
Mentioned before.
I put nothing past them. Fuck these brooms, yeah, they're not great. did it. I'm a gamer.
Let's go, gamer.
That's maybe the first time I've ever done that.
Oh yeah.
Well, the loot from in here is also pretty good, I should say. When it drops. Now this is where you G-pose.
Ah, yeah, look at this.
I love this area.
It's so good, man. Come to me, porties. We run.
I remember when this lady was a boss.
She's been demoted to leader of a pack.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the plant spider.
Yeah, the belladonnas, yeah. Oh, I forgot these guys explode.
As
Good thing I
minions are
moved.
wont to do.
Look, what the fuck is that? It's just you.
What?
I forgot we're rapidly approaching the levels where the dragoons just are doing absolute batshit stuff all the time.
Yes.
This pavilion right here, I've spent hours G-posing in this pavilion.
Yeah, I can see it.
The lighting is great. The vibes are correct. Hovering over super polite. We lived, and I didn't have to explode.
Ah, it's because I exploded instead.
Amazing. So this lady has plant mechanics.
Plant.
It's good prep for tonight, people.
Yay! Looking for plant.
What the fuck? Why didn't my... Oh, it's because it's on 6, not 5. So you'll see there is fertile soil. You want to move the plants off of the soil.
Oh, okay.
So they cannot sprout. Good. Doesn't have to be far, it just needs to be on the brown squares. Good. And this means they shrivel and die instead of taking root and kicking your ass.
I see. That's a cool little mechanic.
And later on there'll be that, but you'll see that also she's going to push them. So you kind of have to move them, like, to be pushed out of the way, basically. Keep on to take my fucking hand off the keyboard. Everybody in? Got jump scared by Bahamut.
He does that sometimes.
I am small, so he doesn't bother me anymore.
Every time I forget that someone has exist. So here are seeds.
Okay, a couple of them landed on... Ah.
So they are all going to get pushed one over, so make sure they're not getting pushed. Yeah, that one needs to move towards me, Blue. Yeah, here.
Damn it.
Oh, I think you just got away with that,
Ah.
Blue. Oops. Blue, run. Everybody in? Oh, these bitches need to go immediately. I didn't realise one had spawned.
Yeah, the scholar wasn't able to move it off the grass, so it hit the side at the end.
Okay, the scholar's gonna have to press a lot of buttons really quick. Scholar can remember where their Asuna is on the hotbar.
No, we're not doing we're not doing a round through. No. And the music comes back. Yay!
Blue, I did an infamous set of G poses here with me at mine and your character.
Oh, I love that picture.
It's very good.
I also love this little dragon. Hello. Very nice for just a random mob.
Is it this way? I think so. See you, pirate. See you later.
Bye. See you for robots.
It's this door. I knew it was one of them. Oh, I always forget you can't go on the tables. See, this is why it fills all my criteria, because there's also fucking ghosts.
Ah. Mage sighted.
I'll get quiet. Okay, just the big guy.
There we are.
I was gonna say, I would love to be healed at some point. Come on. I really thought I could stun that guy. Look
Ghost
at this
ball,
shit.
ghost ball, let's go.
This is for me.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's a bit wild, frankly. Oh, I would love to be able to breathe. Is lost in the flood.
Huh.
Fire. Fire Pokemon will appear. That's appropriate.
It's also bad because we're trying to do a boss.
Yep. If you get caught on fire, which you will,
when
you need to go and take it to a piece of furniture. He is going to swipe the left side, which is, yep, that way. I've got to remember the boss is backwards for me. There are lions on the floor, don't be near them. Yeah, if you can, try not... If you get a marker on you that isn't the, like, fire, try not to stand near stuff that we can catch on fire, if that makes sense.
Right.
Okay, so if you're on fire, go and touch a piece of furniture, like a carpet or a sofa or something. Okay.
Thank you, healer, for pulling me next to a sofa.
Yeah, they saw you going the wrong way. This boss looks like the mini you were painting today, not wrong.
A little bit, actually, yeah.
Run away. It's gonna go in order, so just, like, space out. Come to me. Good. Let's get a loot. Good. Left side. I'm gonna try and keep it a little bit more central. Probably going to be more furniture. Again, if you get a marker on you other than that, so like this one, try not to be near furniture. Good.
Oops. It was wider than I thought it would be.
Here comes Mortal Flame.
Oh, sorry, Rosa.
You're fine.
Cool. Goodbye. Left side. Obsessed with doing that at an angle at the moment.
It's gonna be you than me.
I'm last? Second last? I don't know. I can't count.
Yeah, you do want to be spread out, so because basically, if the tether's too short, he'll do more damage.
Right.
The tether like changes with
Color, yeah.
Different purple, I think, when you're far away.
Yes.
Yes, when you're at the correct, it will do it. In theory, it should do it for any tether. Should turn a good color once you've done it right, basically. I'm not wording good today, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're still getting it.
I'm not existing right, so...
Right side, so go, yeah, left. You know what I meant. Wish this bitch would stop moving. Okay, spill it. Scatter! There we go. You see it's changed colour now? Good. Not near any furniture, thank God. Lines. Right, so go left. I like that at a certain point this boss gets tired of summoning furniture, so it just doesn't do that mechanic anymore.
Yeah, it just doesn't do it. I was sat here just like, at what point are we going to reach the point where it does the mechanic, but we don't have furniture? And it's like,
It
no, it's
sometimes happens.
just not done it.
But sometimes it does trigger, sometimes it doesn't. It's a little weird. Amazing.
There we go.
Da, 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 da. And now Blue gets to meet an icon and a legend.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's the gear with the wolf tail on it that
Holy
drops.
shit, what? Gib.
It's rogue gear.
I do have Rogue. I'm just not playing as Rogue.
That is a tail, holy...
Yep.
Wow. That's something.
Read. Yes.
I guess this is where the war gear comes from. Right, I've got to head
Holy
out.
shit!
Oh yeah.
Holy shit! Adds to favourites. Oh my
Right.
god.
Enjoy, Blue. I gotta go. Enjoy meeting an icon.
I will. Thank you so much for doing dungeon. Bye.
See you later. Bye.
That was my fiercest familiar. Oh, impressive.
There we go. Wah!
Backlook, 'tis good to see you again after all these years. And judging by your vigorous greeting, I dare say the feeling is mutual. To be sure, a simple shake of the hand would have sufficed by way of welcome, but I shan't complain. But you must be wondering as to the purpose of our visit. We come to beg your assistance in a most urgent matter.
Shake? Beg?
Our comrades' very souls are in danger. If we are to save them, we will need the benefit of your unsurpassed knowledge on the matter. Please, will you not sit and hear our plea?
Oh, how dare you! How dare you speak thus in my presence! It was to escape such words of temptation that I hid myself from the world of men. You are sinners, one and all, and I swore never again to have any part in your affairs.
I can only imagine what terrible events forced you into a life of seclusion. But I know that the Numo are a good and noble folk. It is not in your nature to turn a blind eye to the plight of those around you. And in treating with us, I am certain whatever mistrust you feel for man will begin to heal.
Alfie!
If you will not be satisfied, I suppose I could listen. After all, there's no harm in just... No, I mustn't. Not again.
Aww.
That damn court mage seemed to have the best of intentions too, and countless innocents died for my naivety. You know not what you ask of me, what horrors my knowledge has wrought.
Thank you, girls. You would never misuse it.
You wish only to save your friends? Nothing more?
Yeah, I'm here for my friends.
Do you swear it?
Yes.
No. No. Oh. Very well. I will hear your petition, but that is all. And I expect fitting payment for my troubles.
Commensurate with your contribution to our cause. No more and no less, I promise you. With that settled, might I impose upon you to join us at the Crystarium? I'm afraid the nature of my friend's predicament calls for absolute secrecy.
I love them. I love them. Ah! I love them. It's so good. There you are. The others have gone ahead to the Crystal Tower with Beaklug. For the record, I truly wish we hadn't had to resort to using such words when treating with them. I never sought to convince, not compel. Yes, I cannot deny that part of me is glad Ariange shared his knowledge with me of the Numo with us. Had he not, Beaklug would not be here. Speaking of whom, we should hurry. To keep our guests waiting would only add insult to injury. Wow. Mustn't dally here any longer, so if Beaklug looks to hear the truth of our travails in the first, then you of all people should be present. Now I have to level up Rogue so that I can wear that jacket I just got. Alright, so there's no quest on the map that I can see that I haven't picked up. I don't have a quest in Lakeland other than the story quest.
What is it you're looking for?
Apparently I'm only missing one quest for the flight in here. In Lakeland. I'm missing a quest. That's interesting. So there's no quests that have the dark blue.
You go on completed in your journal. Complete. And then it'll be inside blue question mark. And then Lakeland.
Yeah, I've done 3.
So you've got Job Well Done is the one you're missing.
Job well done.
Which is from the Crystarium.
It is from the Crystarium. Ah.
Yeah.
They were right. Make sure I pick that up when we head back.
I think Core had a similar thing.
That's confusing. Because I think literally every other quest is inside the matching zone.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
Happy almost Friday. Sending lots of love to your face. Mwah.
Mwah! Thanks, Dan. I love you. I hope you're having a good day, sweetie. Why isn't it full yet? Because we've still got bloody summer to go through. Bleh. Call this summer, I barely had to open a window. No, that's what I mean. We have to have a summer, apparently. I don't think we've had it yet.
It'll be like 1 week in August. Probably.
Yeah, that's the summer. It's a week. When I went to go for my walk today, it started raining, and I was like, oh, for God's sake. Now I've got to take an umbrella with me. And go for a stupid walk for my stupid mental health.
I was just looking to see. It looked overcast, then I looked again and it's raining. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right.
It's raining. Ah, job well done. It's all the way over there. I'm gonna go grab it so that I know that I at least have it. Upstairs? It's in a room that I've not seen before.
Oh yeah, it's this one.
Hiding in here.
Find this room the first time I was here because
Yeah.
it was so like confusing where it was.
Yeah, literally never been here ever, and they hide an Aether quest in it.
Yeah.
For a different zone. There we go. At least I've got it now. In we go. Yeah, now that Den said it, we're gonna have the heat wave like next week.
sorry. You mean to tell me not only that the return of night was your doing, but that you hail from another world as well?
Yeah, that's me.
Everything we told you, of the source, the shards, the 7 umbral calamities, all of it is true. I realize how fantastical it sounds, and I would not blame you for doubting our testimony. But given your expertise, you must surely have noted the peculiar nature of their souls.
Any other time and I would have dismissed your stories as balderdash and flummery.
Flummery!
But upon closer inspection, 'tis plain their souls are far denser than is normal, and that they do not possess true bodies. Save you. Your body is your own, and your soul is the densest of them all.
Contrary to popular belief, I do in fact exist.
As I said before, were it not for their heroism, the skies over Norvrant would still be awash with light, the realm yet at the mercy of Forthry and the Sin Eaters. After all they have done for our home, seeing them safely back to their own, it seems the very least we can do.
Is that a Skeksis? No, it's a
Your
Numo.
tale is intriguing. Yes, very intriguing indeed. Simply to hear it is fitting payment in itself.
Gelfling.
As for your friends, I can but agree. Their valorous deeds on behalf of Norvrant are deserving of recognition, of their own fitting payment.
You will help us then?
I will. I would see my knowledge put to good use for a change. I do have one condition, however. I am not the spry young Numo I once was. As such, I will require assistance in my fieldwork and testing.
It would be our pleasure. We'll be laboring for our own benefit after all.
Sounds like Spook's home. You've spun quite a tale, but tell me, have you given any thought as to how you might return to your world? White aura site, you say? An intriguing proposition. One which fails to account for the present state of your souls. They've become highly charged, likely as a consequence of having maintained tangible forms for so long. In such an energetic, unstable state, there's no telling what may happen to their souls within the aura site. They could very well become immutable to transference, never to be restored to their bodies. Then, would it be possible to force our souls into a state of dormancy prior to transference? In theory, yes, but the soul is not a candle to be snuffed out and relit on a whim. That sounds ominous. What exactly would rendering our souls dormant entail? In order to maintain a corporeal form, your souls constantly draw aether from your surroundings. This process must be halted and the resulting surfeit of aether removed. Your minds would ultimately be separated from these faux bodies of yours, rendering you incapable of interacting with the world around you. Cruel fate under normal circumstances, but one which will be rectified upon your return home. Leaving lifeless husks, like those poor souls at the inn journey's head, corrupted by the sin eaters, their aether made stagnant by the light. Ooh. Corrupted? Stagnant? Might I see these unfortunate individuals? Why? Do you think you might be able to help them? I might, or I might not. But I shan't know for sure until I have seen their condition firsthand. I'd be glad to take you to them on the understanding that you won't do anything which might increase their suffering. It was my faith in man I lost, not my compassion. Numo! Numo! Spook likes Numo. Well, I see no need for all of us to accompany you. While you escort our guests to the inn, I will assist Oriange in creating the requisite aura site. I believe my talents would be better applied to the endeavour as well. Might I leave the three of you to assist Pekalugin as necessary? Ugh. Let's make flour meringue. Moment. The reason I like Numo as much as I do. I've actually played through Tactics now, so go them from there. Oh, we haven't been here in a long time. So this is Halric, is it? Yes, his etheric balance leans precariously towards the light. Towards stasis. What do you suppose will happen to him? Not too bright, are you, boy? The same as all poor souls corrupted by the light. He will become a sin-eater. I don't know that. We've defeated the Wardens and banished the light from the night sky. Halric was completely unresponsive before, but now... Oh, he blinks. That's something. Perhaps there is hope yet. If I may, there is a treatment I wish to administer to the patients. What sort of treatment? In the course of my studies of the soul, I once created a tonic which could temporarily stimulate the ether in one's body. After some refinement, it came to be used by the Knights of Vobert. And then for darker purposes. Lest it fall into the wrong hands, I swore never again to make it, but for their sakes, I will break that oath. It's not like to reverse the stagnation, mind you, but it should offer some measure of relief. I know why you say they're like dogs now, but I still say their body type is not dog-like and it's more seal. Yeah. I kind of agree. I'd say visually there's only a sort of vague dog appearance to them, but it's more in their behaviour. A ponyta? I feel warm. My legs, they don't feel as heavy. What's this warmth I feel in my chest? Tom stares blankly at you. It seems the tonic had no effect. Aww. Now then, have you noted any change in the patients? Notable rise in body temperature and increased motor function, in most patients at least. The more severely afflicted show no response. As I feared, then. 'Tis true that with some restoration of night, the corrupting influence of light will no longer grow, and yes, their bodies will naturally return to equilibrium, given time. This holds true only for their corporeal aether. Their incorporeal aether, that of the soul, is not so easily mended. Which is why those in the later stage of corruption, like Halric, appear unaffected by your tonic. Precisely. Boy's soul is too far gone, his mind held together by the finest of threads. There is a chance he may one day recover, of course, but it could take years, decades even. By the gods, he could wake to find himself an old man. Fine reward for his persistence, the opportunity to mourn the life he never had a chance to live. No, there must be something we can do. Look, I realise this is not why we petitioned your aid, but do you think it's possible we may find a way to hasten their recovery? Maybe. Nor do I think it impossible that in treating them we might learn something of relevance to our own predicament. I suspect the Crystal Exarch told you of my past, that I was once a mage of the Royal Court of Vaubourg, that soul-crafted was my field of study. The tonic you administered to the patients here is one of the fruits of my labours. I had hoped to do great things for the kingdom. But in the end, my knowledge brought on suffering, a plague, like the like of which none had ever seen. In the hands of unscrupulous men, what should have been my greatest triumph became my greatest shame. A chance to redeem yourself? That I do, a comforting thought indeed. Let us return to the task at hand, finding a means in which we might revitalize these people's incorporeal aether. Do you think it can be done? Were the skies still ablaze with primordial light, I would call it an exercise in futility, but now we have a chance. The method I have in mind will entail the conjuring of a familiar. They are able to amplify the energies poured into them, making them the perfect conduit for aether revitalizing magics that we will ultimately employ. If you're about to launch to a lengthy explanation on the metaphysics of your plan, don't bother. I'd rather get on with doing whatever it needs to be done if it's all the same to you. Whatever reagents must be procured or spells invoked, I'll do it. I admire your spirit. Very well, your first task will be to gather the necessary materials. Purest of waters and finest of clays, as well as a fey lantern brimming with pixie magic. Well, I know where to go for that. If you're convinced the resulting familiar could help with patients, then fine. Alf, know the water and the clay will be simple enough, but I think you know what we'll have to do to get to the lantern. Oh, you don't mean. Pixies took quite a liking to us before. If we human them with our company, I'm sure they'll be willing to help us. Oh. Fine, we'll pay a visit to Ilneg, though I never thought you would be the one to suggest going back there. I'm impressed you've been there at all, let alone befriended the Fey folk. Oh, while you're about it, seek out the Numo of Pala Inni. They will be able to supply you with water suitable for our needs. Right, let's get this over with, shall we? Best cutscene of all time incoming. Oh my god, yes. So what makes the matter of the clay? Might I prevail upon you to find it? Clay from armoring would likely be best. Know you of one who might be able to assist us? Just the miners. They'll be able to point you in the right direction, I'm sure. While you and the twins are occupied, I will see if there's aught else I can learn of the stagnation which afflicts the people here. Magnus! Ah! Exa, well, what a coincidence. You've come at a good time. We've had this moment finished repairing the Talos and the trolley you lot took to Nabatha Rang. Trolley was no trouble, but the Talos would have been another matter had we not had a visit from Master Chai. He offered us a share of the leftover building materials from the Daedalus Stoneworks, as well as a few trade secrets to help us along. Clever man that Chai does. Seems pretty keen on the ideas of how to put in the giant Talos to work. Like a giant trolley. Magnus still refuses to see the good we can do with it. You're entitled to your dreams, Jarek, but that doesn't mean you can go harassing our guests with them. Master Chai was just being polite. And something tells me Hexa here didn't come all this way to talk about trolleys. What is it you need, friend? Psst. Welcome back. I see. This familiar requires clay from Armoreng. Well, look no further. If anyone can find some quality clay, it's us. Saying that, it isn't exactly a commodity nowadays, but there must be some lurking somewhere or other, waiting to be dug up. If I'm not mistaken, there was a time when they used clay from Mount Biran mines to make adobe bricks. This is swarming with coyotes now, but you're after the good stuff. You could do worse than look there. Where am I going? Over there, huh? We might not get to see the cutscene today, girls. Oh, hello. Hope says hi, Rosa.
Hi, Hope. I'm in cutscenes too, so.
Are you at a similar point to me, or are you ahead?
I'm on my main quote unquote.
Oh.
So I've switched over to Chaos, and so I'm a little ahead than my other main now, I guess.
The question is, which one is the actual main now?
Yeah, that is the question.
Who is the main and who is the alt?
Yes. We'll just go with that.
We'll go eat. Sure. Twins have returned, and in one piece at that. I was convinced the pixies would turn at least one of them into a garden ornament, but no. Have the clay, I take it? There are no mains in Ba Sing Se. Wonderful, we need to combine the clay and the water, and then heat the mixture with the Fey Lantern. After that, it will be a simple matter of settling upon a suitable form and performing the necessary incantation. Look, I have a question. In the event that we had need of this spell and you weren't around, would it be possible for another to perform the incantation? Assuming they possess the requisite skill, yes. I reckon the others have suffered so much, and I swore I would do everything in my power to save them. Is there a chance this spell could do that? I would like to be the one to invoke it. Mayhap you should be the one to do so. A deep understanding of the subject's physical state, combined with a strong desire to help them, can drastically increase the magic's effect. And you are plainly more familiar with these people than I. I dare say there are a few in all of Norvrond more dedicated to finding a cure. Is that not so, Exa? Oh yes, absolutely. I'll give it my all for Halric, Tesleen. And we are all of a mind on the matter. These I should be the one to conjure the familiar. Are we about to make a little guy?
Let us begin. I trust you've prepared the clay? Very good. Now, I would have you sculpt for me a Porksy.
A Porksy?
Plump, with floppy ears and a short curly tail.
A Porksy.
The stare!
I think I know what you mean.
The paws!
So why is the lid of the cheese snacks tub next to the shower?
Oh, that's my paint dish.
There we are.
Suspicious.
How's that?
The one downstairs has its lid on. You can go check. I've got a tub right there.
Blue eating cheese snacks in the shower.
Mwah. Are we going before or after dinner? Before. Okay. I'll finish this cutscene and then I'll finish up. Cheese has lids. No, cheese. These cheese snacks are little cheesy biscuits. Little cheesy biscuits. Oh God.
Well, it is certainly creative. There's no denying that.
Yes, I'm no artist. Very funny.
Pay him no mind, child. Though it may look like a grotesque parody of reality, it is what the invoker believes that matters.
Girls, it's a baby. The expressions there were excellent.
You're not helping.
But I speak the truth. If successful, this incantation will turn imagination into reality. Which is why the only thing of import is what you believe this figure embodies. You must focus. Hold the Porksy's image steady in your mind's eye. Now then, as I taught you, relax and allow your energies to flow.
With flesh of clay I bid thee rise, on wings of dreams to touch the skies. What once was idle fantasy, I call forth to reality.
Eat a Foxy! Cute!
Not bad for a first attempt. Now, let us see what can be done for young Halric. Through the operation of the magics you invoked to animate this familiar, it is now replete with the energies required to stir the boy's soul. You need but give it a name, and it will do as your heart desires.
This is gonna make me cry.
A name. All right, I've decided. Now. Go, Angelo!
Mother,
Ah, no! Have you seen Backlog? Did it work? I believe it did. You and your fledgling familiar have done well. My eyes do not deceive. A hint of colour has returned to his soul. Gods, I would jump for joy if I weren't so exhausted. So close now, Halric. As you are even now in the process of discovering, this magic asks much of the invoker. What you may not have realized is the same is also true of the subject. As such, you must proceed with caution. However, with further treatment, I have the utmost confidence the boy will make a full recovery. Observing the reanimation of his stagnant soul has been most enlightening. I'll need time to put my theories to proof, but I believe in a fashion it is spelled to produce the opposite effect. That is, to induce stagnation, thus enabling our safe transport back to the source via aura site. A thought occurred to me about this treatment. It looks like it was that when the soul is rendered dormant, the mind is separated from the body, that a person becomes incapable of interacting with the world around them. Does that not sound like some of the tempered back in the source? Maybe. Not really. It is the fate of most tempered to become slaves to primals, save in a handful of cases. Or am I missing something? You are, yes. If I can master this technique, the art of revitalizing the soul, I know of at least one in the source who would desperately use such treatment. We could do it! Gabu! Exactly. His condition is uncannily similar to Harrick's, is it not? The only difference being that his soul was suffused with earth-aspected aether, say that 5 times fast, instead of light. It follows that his soul is subject to a similar kind of stagnation. There might be a chance we can save him, right? Forgive me, but who is this Gabu fellow of whom you speak? exposition. I see. This condition does sound familiar, yet there is much more about the soul that remains unknown, even to me. I say this not to discourage you, you understand, but to remind you that this is delicate work we do here, work requiring patience. Famously patient. Of course, as long as there is hope for the patients here, I will devote whatever time is needed to see this through. But if I refuse to spend time in idleness, if that's all the same to you, I'd like to stay here with Angelo and continue with the treatment. Two of you should return to the Crystarium with Becklug and see if you can make some headway with their newly posited theories. I would tell you to rest first, but it seems you're not to be convinced. Ah, the fire of youth. Just return to the Crystarium, then. Finally, I found you. Oost. Hello, what are you doing here? Kaisha, what are you doing all the way out here? There's trouble back in Yulmar. Lady Chai is beside herself, sighing, pacing, the whole lot. Near enough begged me to go and find you. Sighing and pacing, you say? Must be urgent. I take it I will be returning to the Crystarium alone. Go on then, it's not as if I have anything for you to do. Thank you, Becklug. I love the sound of walking. Little... Sorry for bothering you and all that, but she says the future of Yulmar is at stake. Oh my. That's something that we'll address next week. It's now 5 o'clock and we have places to go. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and thank you, friends, for doing the dungeon with me. I always love having you guys around.
It was fun.
Yay, it was fun. Mwah! Right, I suppose I'm going to have a quick look for someone to raid. Let's have a look. See. Is live at the moment. Not a lot of people, surprisingly. Let's go raid Tikri. We actually haven't raided them for a while. Right. Have fun, everybody! Oh, they're playing Stardew Valley. Excellent. Chill vibes. Chill vibes all around. Right. I will see you tomorrow. We're gonna hopefully finish editing together the highlights video. I'm a little annoyed that it's taken this long, but there was a lot to go through. Right. Have a good evening. I love you all. Love you. Bye.